Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with a channel update. Sorry, I had to cough there. So, we got a couple things going on with the channel and a couple new announcements for games and, well, some other things. So, first, I want to start out why I do this is if you can see here in the bottom left, this used to be an extended portion below that went under the screen. This is this doesn't mean like there's nothing here. Just means I haven't got there. So I kind of do this in a way to show myself what needs to be recorded, what I've put out. Already messed up the color coding in one area there. And it kind of allows me to put my thoughts on the channel kind of on paper. What's going on. So, one thing for our new announcements I want to say is I finally opened up a channel over on Odysee, which is library. See it over here. Putting as much as I can over here. A lot of our playthroughs are already moved over. Things won't move over automatically, unfortunately, because we're not at 1,000 subs yet. We're relatively close at this point. We're relatively close, 883. So we're making there another 120 more, and then the automatic posts will be a lot easier over on Odysee. But I did open this channel up, so if you're looking to move away from YouTube at some point, for whatever reason, you still check out the content over on Odysee. So it may not be like the same time, like because there's not a scheduling mechanism with Odysee, but the contents will be up there. You'll be able to watch it, and you can support the channel over there as well. So let's go into the channel itself. No, I said I was going to start my Stardew Valley playthrough, and I ended up haven't started it yet. But we're gonna be hopping in that sooner rather than later. Biggest thing with that was dealing with the whole kidney stone thing. But at this point, I'm on the back end of it. I think we can push through and do some live streams. It's just I'll have to go to the bathroom more often, drink more water, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing that. I'll probably end up live streaming it on the weekend. We'll start and we'll kind of go through that. Hitman 3. I've done the last two DLCs. Those are already up on the channel, as well as up on Odysee. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. That is being streamed over on Twitch, sort of a YouTube. Thing is, I haven't really messed with the YouTube streaming service all that much. Probably should, however, I mean, Twitch is a bit more fleshed out when it comes to usability, interface, things like that. So that's why I use Twitch. Otherwise, that would be over on YouTube. So I'll be playing some of that. It is 4:10 in the afternoon when I'm recording this. So eat. We'll play some Hitman 3. I'm playing some Escape from Tarkov. Nothing crazy. No like crazy battles. Anything where I survive. Those are also over on Twitch as well. We're going to be continuing with the Robertine playthrough. Episode 33 is going to be up tomorrow. I still have to record that, but it'll be up. No worries. I spent most of last night doing the Bears franchise. So we had that. The Battletech I've been doing in groups of 2 or 3 or so. So we still have one for tomorrow before I have to record from there. Our next campaign in Crusader Kings 3 is going to be Normandy. I think I'm going to start that before the Robert Dynasty playthrough is done. Mainly because at this point we are just trying to get to the end date. The 1452 or whatever it is. Just get the end date so we get the end date goal achievement knocked out. And then we will do a Duke of Normandy, which will be more of a chill type playthrough. It won't be as long because it'll be more about taking over England and then Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and then I think you have to convert all of it to the English culture. So that's going to take a while. And then we might look at entangling ourselves with some alliances. So it'll be interesting. We're not going to go on a crusade across the world type deal. Like make the Holy Roman Empire or anything like that. So it would be cool to be in the HRE though, to at least have some voting rights, which would be cool. I don't think we can indefinitely stay in the HRE because I think the Jure Drift would pull us out of it and eventually we wouldn't be in it. So we'll have to see. Of course, we're going strong with our Bears franchise and our chill battle tech. One of the newest announcements for the channel is we are going to do a Coach Carousel type franchise. I wanted to start this last week, but I kind of found out that if you do the online franchise, even though it's private, and you go to week 17, you can't actually become any other coach or player to force like retirements, like at the end of the season, or force trades. We're going to do a couple things. So, to announce our team, I wanted to go with a team that needed some rebuilding, but also has some issues. We're going to go with the Houston Texans. Now, we're going to caveat this as we came in as a coach, hired by the new GM, to come in, and they didn't consult Deshaun Watson. So, just like in real life, we're going to have to trade Deshaun Watson before going into our year one, which is technically year two, but our first year of coaching the Houston Texans. You have to trade him. We're going to force a trade with the Lions and Matthew Stafford. Likely either the Patriots or the Colts. Going to force retirement Phillip Rivers, things like that. And then we will use a real draft class. So it's going to be, for the first year, it's going to be pretty interesting on that. So we'll see the Jaguars actually take Trevor Lawrence. They should. Then we'll see the Jets probably take a quarterback, things like that. It's going to be interesting. How we're going to play it is that player coach firing is turned on. So we have a little risk. We have to actually win the games. We have to be conservative in what we pick as a coach, but not so conservative that it's unrealistic. If I think we're a 7-win team and we're a 7-win team, then I'm going to pick that. But I'm not going to pick a 4-win team as the expectation to minimize firing. If it's a make or break year, like I believe we can get into the playoffs, this is the year, and we don't make the playoffs and we get fired, well, I know there's a gist of Coach Carousel in Madden. It's not very fleshed out like you would think. You might get 1 or 2 offers. So what we'll end up doing is if we are fired, we will end up taking, we'll see what job offers we get. If it's just silly, then we might do, uh, might take over a team, create a new coach, and then go from there. But it's going to be interesting from that, and that there's some risk involved. So we might start as the Texans, but by the time we're done with the series in year 3, 4, we may not even be on the Texans because the GM fired us. So hey, you never know. It's gonna be a fun and crazy franchise. It'll be the same sliders as the Bear series, all Madden, Mat 10 sliders. Uh, same across the board. The only thing we're going to change is the progression, stuff like that. So it's going to be a fun series. We're going to start off with the Houston Texans, kind of see where that goes. The fact that we're in a division with the Colts and the Titans bodes kind of well, but I think if Trevor Lawrence plays well early, the Jaguars might actually be better than the Texans after we trade Deshaun Watson. I haven't decided where we're trading him to. The idea is because it's going to be the trade price likely going to be 2 first-round picks and player. So it's kind of iffy on what's going to be. We might have to bring in a quarterback in free agency because of the I think the Laramie Tunsil trade, the Texans don't have a first or second round pick. So we might look at doing a bit of some finagling with it. It might be this year's first, next year's first, and a second round pick for this year or for next year. And we just don't pick in the second round this year. I haven't decided how it is. I'm still trying to follow what the trade price. I'm not going to do anything crazy like what is being suggested on places like ESPN, where it's 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a player, and all this stuff. We're not going to go overboard. We're going to go probably low-ballish to realistic, as in 2 first-round picks and a player. That player probably be a guy on a rookie deal as opposed to a vet because we're building a team at this point. So it's going to be pretty interesting on that. Then we got to worry about a lot of other things on the roster. So there is your channel update. As for Grand Tactician, they put a couple great patches. One in particular, the AI kind of actually thinks about guarding its capital. So that's nice. So I think maybe one more patch will hop back into a Grand Tactician campaign. It's weird having this huge gap here and not having anything. But I mean, it's not that I don't like Grand Tactician by any means. I love the game. It just needs some more fleshing out for a hop in a campaign. So, a lot of other stuff to play. Cyberpunk, still waiting on that. It'll probably be a later campaign. So, there'll be a later date after we get through Hitman 3 and some Stardew. Stardew is going to take up a lot, but it's a very chill game, so kind of see how it goes. So, thank y'all for joining me, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for you guys that are first coming to the channel. I try to do these videos every 2 weeks or so, but not always like clockwork by any means. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. those of you returning, if by any means you want to leave YouTube, don't forget to check us out on Odysee. We are over there. Uh, I was trying to do stuff on some other platforms, but the integration is not the greatest. And, well, right now, I think Odysee has the best integration I can without giving myself a headache. So, I will see you guys in one of our next videos. Later, guys.